thinking you're too old to get rich, especially if you're after 50? Well, you can see that Warren Buffett got rich after 50 years old. So, truly, there's nothing like being rich too young, too old. When it's your time, it's your time. But then we're talking again about how Warren Buffett grew rich, built investments and assets after age 50. Warren Buffett's secret. We're going to be sharing that today on this channel, Finance with Dr. H, where I try to share with you financial tips, how to educate yourself financially, of course, teaching you to save, invest, and most of all, grow assets and help you to make good financial decisions. Warren Buffett, as we all know, is a billionaire at the moment, and of course, at some point, one of the richest men in the world. So imagine being one of the richest men after 50 years old. So truly, it's possible to build your financial wealth. It's not too late. You just need to start from somewhere. Now, this man became one of the richest in the world, but almost all his wealth came after age 50. 99% of his wealth came after 50. Now, his net worth probably was not much to write about at age 20. And but from so imagine 20, not so much money, 30, 40, just an average life, and then boom, from 50 years old, it's up to 80 plus, and he's still one of the wealthiest in the world, and his name is respected globally. So this is a pointer to let you know that in building wealth, in building your finance, in building investments, all you need to do is to be strategic, patient, and of course, if you do the right things and build the certain systems and structure in finance, you can actually build your wealth by being intentional. Okay, now at 11, he bought his first stock and made his first mistake. So let me ask you, how old were you when you got your first stock? Or do you even own any stock at all? So if you're above 20, 30 and you're watching this channel, watching this video, and you don't own any stock, this is me encouraging you to go out there and make your first mistake just like Warren Buffett did. You don't need to make a very mega mistake, but make your first mistake by investing. If you don't start, you will not know what to do and what not to do. Starting early usually is highly recommended because you learn early, but not everybody has access to be able to start early, but you need to also start from somewhere. So if you're in your 30s or 40s and you don't own any assets, I will tell you that now is the right time to start getting assets for yourself. And if you need advice on how to start investing, how to start creating assets, don't forget to hit the comment button, drop a comment for me that you need to understand how to invest or build your assets, and I will be very more than excited to respond to your questions in any part of the world. Trust me, there are so many safe ways to start investing without making minimal mistakes. Now, he learned from Benjamin Graham and everything changed. And one thing about finance is financial education is so, so important. And sadly, these are not taught in schools. Schools don't teach you about finance. Most people get to learn finance after they've left school, unless you're having like an MBA in finance or you intentionally go to get financial education. But I mean, the basic things that help people to know what to do, you really don't get to learn them in schools. You actually learn them from other people, or I mean, social media has made it a bit easier now to gain knowledge, but being financially educated or financial literate cannot be overrated, right? It's so, so important because it helps you not to gamble your wealth away, your hard-earned monies and your time, and most of all, your investments. If you're looking to build wealth, if you're looking to build assets, if you're looking to get yourself to a certain level of financial stability with minimal mistakes, you need to have financial education or people you're going to learn from. And in this case, Warren Buffett learned from Benjamin Graham, and that's when the real change came. All right. So, I mean, take a look at the books written by Benjamin Graham, The Intelligent Investor, and so many other, information that are so easy to get online now. All you need to do, like I said, is to be intentional about your financial education. Now, one of the things that helped Warren Buffett to become a billionaire of today that he is you buy from great companies and hold the shares for many years. Now, shares, stocks are not quick rich schemes. You don't buy them today and become a billionaire overnight. I mean, there are cases, the exceptional cases, but most times, most of the wealthy people that I'm aware of, and I'm open to learn anyway, if you know of people who bought today and became rich the next day, usually it happens due to, uh, you know, maybe permutations. And those, they could easily go wrong and they could go right. But in Warren Buffett's case, he bought an asset from Coca-Cola and he held those assets, which is shares and stock, for years, not 1 year, not 2 years, for years. And of course, the magic here is buying into great companies, not just any company. You buy into great companies, companies that have potential, companies that sell things that people cannot possibly live without, and just let the stocks grow, let the shares grow, you know, because basically you don't need to be a staff of the company, you don't need to be an administrator of the company. All you need to do is to be sure that the right kind of people are growing the company, and then you invest in the company. So buy, hold, and grow. It's simple, not easy because it takes a lot of patience, but that is the way to go. Now, what is the real magic here? This buy, you know, grow, hold, and grow is called compounding interest because it compounds over time, over a length of time. Not, it's not short term, it's long term. And this is the difference between poor people, I'm sorry to say, and rich people, because rich people think long term while poor people are really thinking of current gratification. Delayed gratification is actually what you use to build wealth because wealth is built over time. Time gives you more money. You don't necessarily have to do so much. You just have to be patient. And this is the reason why we say starting early usually is a plus. But not everybody has the opportunity to start early. But of course, our case study here, which is Warren Buffett, invested, and over time, the interest of the business is giving him profits, grew and grew and grew. So he didn't just buy stocks, he built a machine for himself. I mean, so many businesses invested in Berkshire Hathaway, Coca-Cola, Apple, American Express. So new investments, you know, will give him dividends, and those dividends, of course, will give him profits, and then it goes back again to get another set of investments or reinvest into those businesses that are doing so well. So the idea here is to own assets and not just income. Owning income is just to own cash, but you need to own the machine itself that creates the income for you, which is assets, which is investments that will give you dividends and then accumulate into profit over time. This was the strategy Warren Buffett used. Now, while others are chasing hype, he stayed patient. And that is why real wealthy people are patient. They study the business, they build systems, they invest, and they wait for it to grow over time. And that most of the problems many people have is because they want to be rich in 24 hours, they want to be rich in 2 days, they want to be rich in 1 week. So you need to be able to control your emotions and make strategic and intentional decisions and build systems, you know, to be able to build wealth. And this is also where financial education comes in. Because if you don't have financial education, you will not be properly informed and equipped to make the right type of financial decisions. Now, here's how you can start today. Start by saving with any amount. You don't need $1 million or $1 billion or, you know, £1 billion to start gaining wealth or investments. Save from one stream of income that you already have. This is only one stream of income that you have. Usually I tell people to follow the 50 30 20% rule, where you use 50% for your daily needs, and 20% you save, and 30% to take care of other things. But it's not cast in stone. You can save 20% of your income or 10% of your income, but just start from somewhere. There's no perfect time to start from somewhere and just make it consistent. And then when you start saving consistently, also invest consistency. Even small regular deposits over time can grow. But of course, investing in the right place is also very important, like Warren Buffett did. He invested in great companies. And guess what? Coca-Cola is still available for investment. Apple is still available for investment. Many of these companies Warren Buffett invested in are still available for investment. So why not start small in those companies? Even if you're scared of any other company, follow Warren Buffett's path. So think long term and let time and compounding work do justice for you. Patience and discipline will give you wealth. Trust me. right? So start small and stay consistent. That is exactly what Warren Buffett did. He didn't win by being fast. He didn't win by being wanting to become rich overnight. He won by staying in the game and staying in investment. You pick small companies, great companies, I mean. But what I mean small, I mean two or three to start, and then see how the interest compounds for you by the dividends, and then you reinvest again in those companies. That's how to build wealth. And with time, you can start expanding and scaling into more companies to invest. This is the magic Warren Buffett applied. Nothing fantastic, nothing out of the ordinary, just strategic, patience, and discipline. That's all. So I encourage you again to start small, start investing, start building your assets, start building your wealth, and of course, enjoy the long term rewards at the end of the day. So if you got value, please don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section if you have any questions to ask me. Don't forget to like as well as subscribe to my channel so that you can get more notifications when I go live or drop other videos. And as usual, I will be seeing you